Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. So this reading is actually going to be very specific. It is going to be mostly directed towards divine feminines whose masculine counterparts are married. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be that they're married. It could be, just any deeper or higher level of commitment, right, with a karmic partner. So it could just be that they have children with their karmic partner, but are not married. That would still fall under this category. And categories, they're not really, or groups of people, they're not really black and white. There's so many gray areas. So I'm just trying to get some videos out that will be for specific groups of people. So also, if you do have any requests for a specific group, do let me know. But this one is going to be mostly aimed or targeted towards situations where the masculine was married before they met their divine feminine counterpart, or maybe they knew their divine feminine counterpart, but they were married before this romantic experience developed between them. Okay, so something along those lines. It doesn't have to be exactly that, but something along those lines. And yes, it could be the case that the masculine and the feminine met before, or had their encounter before the masculine got married with a karmic partner. It doesn't really matter. I'm just getting the sense that it's mostly for those who were married or with their karmic partner before meeting their or before entering a relationship, a romantic relationship with their divine feminine. Okay, so yes, and please do let me know if you have any other requests for any specific groups of people. So let's get started and see what is going on with these masculines who are married or have families. Okay. So we have eternal love, happiness, harmony, fulfillment, and sacred journey, life cycles, family transformation. All right, so I'm getting the sense that these masculines, they are family oriented, okay? They are, and they're going through various cycles. And I feel like actually the feminines are also going through a lot of cycles. And I've been saying this lately in some of my personals as well, that it's as if there are cycles within a bigger cycle, kind of like layers of little mini cycles within a bigger cycle. And every time one layer or one little cycle is completed, you get closer to completing the big cycle. And this is what I feel the masculines who are in this group are doing right now. They are completing little cycles within their karmic relationship, actually. Okay, within their current family unit, leading up to the completion of the major cycle. And it's funny how actually even in this card, you can see these little circles that are overlapping. It's like cycles overlapping with other cycles, okay? And all of this is just one big cycle that needs to complete. And this is leading them to transformation. All right, so the fact that they are still married or still committed to this person and not leaving, all right, there's a reason for it. It's part of the cycle that needs to resolve itself, to complete. There are lessons being learned there, and this is leading up to their transformation. And again, this this big cycle is actually leading them to this happiness, harmony, and fulfillment. And what I'm getting is that by completing each little cycle, they're realizing what it is that they want, what it is that makes them happy, what it is that brings them harmony and fulfillment. Okay, so this is the road that they're on. So that's actually really good. Yeah, I do want to keep this short. I will also pull cards for the feminines as well. I actually want to start looking more into the feminines' energy in my videos, because I just think that and feel that that would be more helpful for more people out there. So let's see. Let's see what the energy is asking towards their partner. All right, so we have the Two of Swords in reverse. Wow, they're all in reverse. Judgment in reverse and the Moon in reverse. So actually, this is really positive. So these masculines, obviously, they have been in a state of being stagnant, right? With this Two of Swords here. It's in reverse, so they are coming out of this still. All right, so this is very positive. They are coming out of this indecisiveness. They know which way they want to go now. But the fact that this card even shows up, it does mean that they've been in this for a very long time. With Judgment in reverse also, they're not, this indecisiveness that they're coming out of is regarding the fact that they don't want a second chance with this karmic partner, that they know it can't be, this relationship can't be resurrected. They know that this relationship just can't be what it once was or what they thought it once was. All right. And it's like, I've said this before, and in general readings, they know what they want now. That's done. They're not indecisive anymore. They know what they want. It's just a matter of taking action on their decision. And with this Moon in reverse, this is just exactly confirming it, that their illusions are gone. The illusions are gone. The confusion is gone. There's no more like subconscious, subconscious, they still do have subconscious fears, but they don't have this, what they want isn't in their subconscious anymore. It used to be that wanting to separate from their karmic partner was in their subconscious, and they were trying to repress that, right? They were trying to repress the fact that they want to move towards their feminine. Now they're not. This is all coming up to the surface and into their conscious mind rather than their subconscious. So I just want to see, okay, so what is the mutual energy between these masculines and their karmic partners? All right, we have the World. A couple cards fell down. Hostilities and door to romance in reverse. So, yes. So to me, this card, for me, it's very similar to the World in the tarot. And this is exactly what I was talking about before, completing cycles. All right, so the mutual energy between the two of them is that of completing the cycle, of it coming to an end. So they're moving towards that direction, okay? So it might not be completed yet, but this is what is going on right now, and that is good, because at least they're moving. At least there's something going on, and it's not stagnant. Hostilities and door to romance in reverse. So they went through this phase, right? Where there was just a lot of coldness and a lot of hostile and negative energy between the two of them. And as I had said again in a previous reading, that is going to need to resolve before they can separate. They cannot, it might sound strange, but they cannot separate as long as they're in hostility type of an energy. They can't. Because that means that they haven't found the balance. Things have not balanced out. They need to get to the point where they are okay with each other. There is some sort of a understanding and compassion, and things are balanced out in order for them to separate in a healed type of a way. And I remember this card had come up previously upright, and now it's in reverse. So again, this is an energy that they were in, now coming out of. So again, that is a step forward. And then towards a step forward to the door to romance for this relationship closing. Okay, because this is also in reverse. So this is the mutual energy between them right now. It's as if this door is already closed. It's already closed, it's just that they're still in it, right? It's like they're trapped in it and they just need to reopen it just to exit and then close it up again. So this is what's going on between the masculines and their Karmic partners for those who are either married or high level of commitment, meaning they either have children or they've been together for a very, very long time, and there may be, you know, other factors that might be keeping them tied that are just very, very intricately, like, you know, connecting them. Like it could be property or other family, like, you know, their in-laws, just something that's holding them together more so than just your typical relationship. Okay, and I can definitely do another video for those who are just in more casual type of karmic relationships. All right, so let's see what is coming up for them. What is coming up in the near future? So the actions. Yeah, let's see like the actions here. Nothing towards this karmic partner. So we have the Page of Coins in reverse, the Magician, Seven of Cups in reverse, Two of Cups. See if there's anything else. King of Wands in reverse. Okay. All right, so what I'm getting with this is that in the near future, and whatever that means to each of you, the masculines, yeah, okay, so they are pulling away from their karmic partner. They are, and they are, their actions are mostly, again, energetically. It's not so much physical action with this King of Wands in reverse here. But they are beginning to manifest. They are beginning to take their lives into their own hands. And definitely, just like I said before, I mean, this came up in their energy towards their karmic partner. They are coming out of confusion. There's no more confusion. They know exactly what it is that they want. It's like they know that they have no other option. The option is just one. There's only one option right now. With this Two of Cups here, though, this is exactly what I was saying before with this hostilities in reverse. Okay, this does not mean that they are getting romantic. Not at all. It just means that they are kind of aligning their energies, because I do feel like in a lot of cases the karmic partner was resisting, right, where the masculine was taking this relationship, and that was also holding the masculine back. But again, that's part of the lesson, because the masculine has to learn to become the magician and to go after what they want, regardless of whatever the situation is, right? No matter how difficult the karmic makes the separation for the masculines, part of the masculine's challenge in many groups is for them to overcome that. And it's just with this King of Wands here, that's what I'm getting here. It's that I feel like the karmic partner is making it difficult, because they're either, you know, they're either being manipulative or using them. It's like they know their buttons. They know what buttons to push on for the masculines to keep them there, to make them feel guilty, to make them feel tied, to make them feel the sense of responsibility. And to be honest, it seems like it is kind of working, okay? It is kind of working, and it is keeping the masculine from feeling like they can take action or overcome this obstacle. This is what is holding them back the most, is what I'm getting here. But at the same time, and actually this magician was sideways, so I feel like they're not in this magician energy. They're not coming into it just yet, and it is near future, and I feel like for some of them they are, and for others it's just still working towards that. But that's good, because it is, you know, upward movement, forward movement towards taking control over their lives. And actually, to be honest, I do want to clarify. I am going to clarify this Two of Cups, even though the message is pretty clear. And we have the Hermit. We can get one more. And the King of Swords in reverse. So yeah, this to me is just, the Hermit is confirming to me that this is not about them getting all lovey-dovey, right? There is still keeping a distance, right? And with this King of Swords in reverse, I am getting some sort of a, I don't want to say malicious, but I definitely want to say a taking advantage, self-serving type of an energy, right? Also with this Hermit, it's definitely a self-serving energy, and I'm feeling like that's from the karmic partner, is what they're doing to keep the masculine tied. But that doesn't mean, right, that the karmic partner is evil. It does not necessarily mean that, okay? It just means that the karmic partner is scared, right? There's fear, and they're just trying to keep their life the way it was. They're trying to just, you know, it's like a survival instinct type of thing. They're scared of the separation. They're scared of what that might mean. Some of them might have to be single moms if that happens. So they're scared. So I'm not justifying them, but, you know, they too are on their own journey, and they need to get to the point where they are strong enough to realize that they can make it on their own as well, and that they need to go after their own happiness and their own fulfillment as well. So that's all in good time. But I'm not going to get into the karmic's energy right now. I mean, it did come up in the messages I'm getting, but I'm not going to pull cards for them. There's no need. All right, so let's see how the masculine's energy is for their divine feminines. Okay, too many. Divine masculines, what is their energy towards their feminines currently? Okay, that is a lot, but we're just gonna have to take them. Okay. Okay, way more than I wanted, but all right. So right now the masculines, they are feeling, I'm actually getting the sense that they're feeling disappointed in themselves. They're feeling disappointed in themselves because they feel like they have not been everything that they should have been for their divine feminine counterparts. And this is, you know, it's taking a toll a little bit on their self-esteem. They're feeling like they missed the opportunity, like they just didn't live up to this expectation that they may have even had for themselves at a certain point in time. Not only that the divine feminine had this expectation of them, but they had it for themselves, and they didn't live up to that. And rather what they did was they kind of walked away. They walked away from their divine feminine just by staying in the karmic relationship. They feel like this here, like they missed this opportunity. There may have been a point in time in the past where they felt like they could have possibly left the karmic partner and moved on with the divine feminine, you know, or have done something. And it's as if that opportunity kind of just slipped them. Or for some of them, it could be the case that they feel like their divine feminine is walking away. Either their divine feminine is dating or has pulled their energy away, and they feel like they might lose their feminine now. But they definitely have this sense of having turned their back on their feminine. They feel that. They feel that. They feel guilty for still being there. But what they too need to realize is that it's okay though. And I know that a lot of you might disagree with me, but it's okay because they need to complete these cycles. They do. Yeah, I know they might be taking a long time. It might seem like a long time, but they do need to complete these cycles, and it just takes some of them, you know, longer than it does others. There are others that are completing them a little bit quicker and others that are delaying a bit, but they are moving forward. They definitely still have hope though. So they are regretting the fact that it's taking them so long and that they feel like they've turned their back on their feminines, but they do have hope. And the message I'm getting is also that they're being pushed. They are being pushed, okay? They want to come out of this this isolation. They're feeling very isolated from their divine feminine right now. And they feel like, what I just said, that they have turned their back on them. And they have hopes of turning this around right now. This is how they're feeling right now, that they want to turn this around. They don't want to have left their feminine in this Five of Pentacles energy. They want their feminine to come out of this because a lot of them are also empaths. So they do feel what their feminines are feeling. It's just that a lot of them had suppressed this and repressed these feelings. Kind of like trying to justify, because the karmic lessons that they needed to learn with their karmic partner, the pull for that was just so strong. They had no other choice but to turn their backs on their feminines. These karmic lessons, I mean, they're just, it's karma. You can't escape karma, okay? So, you know, a lot of divine feminines, they need to just kind of understand that concept. Like, I think that once you start thinking of it along those lines, it's easier to understand that, yes, it's karma and it needs to resolve. Now, is there free will? Yes. And could this karma be resolved quicker? Yes. But, you know, let's also not forget that the divine masculines, they're not as awakened as the feminine. So that's why they're learning their lessons possibly a little bit slower. Some divine feminines are awake. They're like, oh yeah, this happened, this happened, this happened. What lesson, you know, is the universe teaching me right now? And then therefore they're able to take it in a little bit quicker. Not always the case with the masculines. And then with this Eight of Pentacles here, yes. Yes, see, they are focused on their feminine. They are trying to come up with a plan. They are thinking about them and working towards finding the solution to move towards them. Okay. So let's see. Energy. I'll tie it up. Yeah. See, so the mutual energy, even between the masculine, and this is between the masculine and the feminine, not the karmic, is all tied up. They are intertwined. They're not going to get away. They're feeling this, okay? So both are actually feeling this. Even the feminines who might, you know, try to get away, they try to date, they try to completely overcome their masculine, and they just end up coming back to realizing that there is no escape. And this is part of the cycles too. I might actually do a video that will just be about cycles, like in and out cycles, between the masculine and the feminine. Yeah. So there's actually cycles where, you know, in some cases, these cycles involve the masculines and the feminines getting together, then separating, getting together again, seeing each other for a little while, separating again, and, you know, this just keeps repeating itself. And then there's also the cycles that each of them go through independently of each other on their own. Either way, every time they move towards maybe a phase where they feel like they're getting, you know, away from this person, then it just comes back. And this is the energy that I'm getting right now, that right now, most of these masculines and their feminines are in a point in the cycle where they feel very, very tied to each other. Like they just can't get away from this connection. And this is one of the things that is pushing the masculines forward. So let's see. Complete action. what actions are these masculines likely to take in the near future towards their feminines? Okay, so we have the Nine of Wands in reverse. We have the Ace of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles. The Eight of Wands and the Lovers in reverse. Okay, so I feel like there might actually be two groups here. All right, so what I'm getting here is that for the most part, these masculines in the near future, it's kind of like they're giving up, not on their feminine, but just giving up trying to, okay, so for those who may have been in contact, if the masculines, for those where the masculines were telling their feminines that they're going to do something, now they're not doing that anymore. They're not going to keep saying that to you. It's like they're giving up on that. They're giving up trying to persuade you of something because they're realizing that words, you know, just don't mean anything. It's like they either need to take action or shut up. For those of you who have not been in contact, this to me is just saying they're not taking action just yet, okay? They're not taking action just yet in the near future. And when I say near future, it could just be a week, all right? Because I do post videos approximately once a week to 10 days. I know, I wish I could do it more often. And actually, my workload for my day job is, it might be lightening up, so I probably will be able to post more often. So this is just saying that they're not really taking much action towards their feminine. If you are in contact, things are just kind of staying the way they are. Like there's not going to be a huge change coming up just yet. With this Ace of Pentacles here, yeah, it's like the potential is there for some sort of communication, but I feel like for some of you there's already a partial, at least, communication, and it's just kind of staying that way with this Seven of Pentacles here, and the Lovers in reverse. Yeah, it's just that not much is changing for one group. It's very, actually, there's some contradicting energies here, and this is why I'm saying I feel like it's for two groups. And then for some, there is going to be fast movement. So I'm actually, no, I'm not going to clarify. I think this is two separate groups. Yeah, okay, so, okay. So for those of you who have not been in communication, you might get some sort of communication, okay, coming up. There's going to be some sort of communication, but it's not going to be something crazy. It's not going to be something huge, all right, with this Lovers card in reverse. It's that the action that they're taking isn't going to be something that's going to alter or change the situation as it stands right now, all right? And we do have the Seven of, yeah, see, it's like one group here, and then the other group here. And this in the middle, meaning that things are not, the way I'm seeing it, things are not changing just yet. So this is the group where there's not much contact, right? There will be some communication coming through, very likely. And then for those of you who have been in contact, it's like the masculines, again, it's like they're just pausing. Things are just staying the way they are. All right, if you have been in communication. So that's what I'm getting with that. Let's just get one more oracle card to see if this is leading to, or what all this is about. And we have woman holding a coin in reverse. Let me just get one more. And garden and the gate. Okay, so for me, this card right here in reverse is the karmic partner. So yeah, yeah, the karmic partner is showing up in the energy for the divine masculine and the feminine because, well, this happens all the time. It happens all the time because, you know, it's like a triangle. So they're all connected in some way. And it's in reverse because this is the masculine actually, you know, what I'm getting is that it's leading to the masculine moving more and more towards the feminine and further away from the karmic partner. And I feel like this is going to be evident, very evident to the feminine in the near future. Okay, there's going to be some sort of a communication or some sort of a sign. You will get some sort of a hint from the masculines that they're moving away from their karmic partner. Okay, like they might even just tell you that they've discussed divorce, or that maybe there was like a huge argument about it, just something, or maybe that they've been sleeping on the couch, just something that represents that. And this garden and the gate, this is just the masculines and the feminines still not having opened this gate, just still having a little bit of anxiety and fear of stepping into the unknown. So yeah, but keep in mind, this is still, you know, near future energy, okay? It's not the outcome. It is not the outcome. Okay. So, I'm going to move these up because I do want to take a quick look at what's going on with these feminines. So, what is going on with the feminines that this reading is resonating with? What is the feminine's energy currently? Okay, so we have the Page of Cups and the King of Cups in reverse. And the Queen of Cups. Wow, okay. So right off the bat, what I'm getting is that the divine feminines, they've been very strange in this situation. It's like they've been very emotional, kind of like an emotional roller coaster is what I'm getting. I mean, here we have the Page of Cups, we have the Queen of Cups, and the King of Cups. It's like, we got the whole family here, just the Knight is missing. I'm definitely getting the sense that they, you know, obviously the feminines, they want this, you know, family with their masculine, right? And I'm also getting the sense that maybe some of the feminines, this just came through, some of the feminines are feeling like, you know, time is passing, time is ticking, and, you know, they feel like kind of like the time is running out for them, and maybe even biologically, like if some of them want to have a child with their divine masculines, that, you know, that it's kind of, time is running out for them. But just very emotional. I feel like, you know, on the one hand, they feel like, you know, one day they feel like they're doing okay, they can live without the masculine, and then there's another day they're like, yeah, but, you know, doesn't it suck? Doesn't it suck that we're still in this situation? Actually, let me get a theme card. I want to get a more general card for what these feminines are processing and dealing with. Okay, so we have Enchanted Forest, Mystery, Magic, Excitement. I will explain that. And then we also have the Tempter, Seduction, Deceit, a Broken Promise. So yeah, this is one of the reasons why these the feminines are feeling emotional and kind of jumping from one feeling to the next. And then again, it's like a cycle. It's like going through different stages, like feeling okay, like they're over it, moving on, and then just coming back to it. But each time they're coming back more healed. All right, but one of the reasons why this is going on is because they do feel like they've been deceived. They do feel like there was a broken promise. And remember earlier when I said that in some cases, you know, the masculines may have been saying that they were going to leave their karmic partner, and they didn't. And I also said that in some cases, they had the opportunity at some point maybe to do so, and they didn't. So in those cases, the feminines feel deceived and that the promise was broken. However, However, I do feel like the other side of this is that the feminines are feeling like they're feeling this excitement because they feel that something is shifting in the energies. They feel like something is coming up. Something is, you know, being stirred up in this connection. And it is. This is the feminines tapping into their intuition and actually feeling what is going on. And they're feeling this magic. And I feel like this is actually mirroring the card that came up for the masculines, right? With the tree. See how the tree, they're just so similar, right? And the circles. And we have the moon here. Here's just these cycles, but this is, the moon represents cycles as well. So very, very much a mirroring effect going on here. So, okay, I do want to keep this under 37 minutes just so I can upload it more easily. So I'm actually going to get right here for the feminines. I think this is leading them to, where are they moving towards? What is coming up for the feminines? Strategy. So what I'm getting with this is that I feel like the feminines are actually going to just be, okay, so the feminines have been in touch with their intuition, but now it's time for them also to use their minds and just to be reasonable, okay? Just to be reasonable and logical. And I feel like they're going to be stepping into this type of an energy where they're just going to be very, very level-headed. Like, you know what? This is the situation, and that's okay. That's okay. Their strategy is really just going to be accepting it for what it is and just, you know, kind of overcoming this emotional roller coaster that they've been in. All right, this is not going to be under 37 minutes. Obviously, now I'm going to have to put the video through Movie Maker, but that's all right. That's all right. Okay, so let's just get any messages for the Divine Feminines from Spirit. So we have Imagine. So any messages or advice? Flexible. I don't read these cards in reverse. Okay, and Truth Be Told. Okay, so the message that Spirit is trying to get across here is that, yes, you have been in tune with your intuition, and what you've been imagining, right, that is possible is what is possible, and is where you're heading. And I do feel like this is also saying, you know, just imagine it, but in an emotionally detached way, right? Don't be so overly emotional. It's kind of like just imagining, right, what you feel to be true, okay? Imagine what you feel to be true. And with this flexible card, and this has come up before, is what I was saying before with being flexible in terms of accepting the situation, going with the flow, right? Like if the wind takes you this way, go that way. If the wind takes you the other way, go the other way. Just kind of let the universe guide you. Just be flexible. Don't expect things to be a certain way right now. I know, easier said than done. And as I've said, I do want to make a video that will just be, you know, just tips and just analyzing some concepts. So again, even if you have any questions or concepts that you would like to be analyzed more and get into depth about maybe just one little concept, do let me know. And truth be told. Now this, I feel, is this is a message just for the feminines, that the masculines are taking off this mask that they were wearing, okay, with their karmic partners and with you. Okay, the mask is coming off, the truth is being revealed, but this is also saying for the feminines to be true to their own selves. Have your self-respect. Okay, speak your own truth, not only to your masculines if you have the chance to, but to your own self. To your own self. Be true to you, and you know, don't allow yourself to be treated in a way that you don't deserve. All right, so let's get one more from here. Healing family issues. And I was actually just thinking that I wanted to pull a card for what the masculines want to tell their feminines who are in this situation and for who this is resonating. And we got this healing family issues. Okay, so this is actually what the masculines want you to know. What your divine masculine wants you to know is that they are still healing these family issues, right? In their karmic relationship. And it could be, you know, even with their children, there might be certain lessons and cycles that need to be completed with their children as a family unit before they can move away. All right, but ultimately what they're moving towards is this harmony and fulfillment. So let's get one more. And I swear, this came up so recently in another general reading that I did. So very soon, okay? So I know very soon is relative. It's annoying to hear that, but this is just Spirit saying that, you know, things are moving. This is the message I'm getting with this, with the very soon. Things are moving forward a lot more quickly than they have been in the past. So, yeah, that's it actually. That's all I wanted to, the energies that I wanted to look into. So I'm going to close this up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do let me know if there are other specific, you know, concepts or topics that you would want, and I will see if I can do that. So much love to everybody. Yeah, talk to you guys soon. Bye.